Now you can take Refit with you anywhere you go. Download the new Refit app, start your 7-day free trial, and get dancing with us today. Hey guys, my name is Angela. I am so excited to share this choreography with you today for 2 reasons. Number 1, this is not the traditional or typical choreography that we share with you on this platform, because I'm going to be delivering some REV+FLOW content today, which is our complementary format that we created 6 years ago to go hand in hand with Refit. The second reason that I'm so excited to share this with you guys is because these are the type of movements your body needs in order to do the type of activities that your body wants to do. So with the REV+FLOW format, it essentially is a high intensity, low impact format that's really kind to your body. It helps optimize the way that your body is designed to move by giving you opportunities to engage in those movements. So you're gonna see in this choreography and in the REV+FLOW format that what we deliver is an opportunity to move through full range of motion, to strengthen muscles, to increase mobility, and to increase flexibility and strength. So we pack a lot into this format, which is why it is quickly becoming one of my favorite things to teach. It's not that I don't love Refit, it's that in order for me to be able to continue to teach Refit, I need movement and I need training and I need opportunities to move my body that are provided through the REV+FLOW format. So I would say if you're someone that desires to keep moving in and out of every season of life, whether that's pre-pregnancy, post-pregnancy, perimenopause, menopause, chasing grandkids around, young working professionals, anyone and everyone can benefit from what we offer in this format, which is why I'm really excited to give you just a little taste of the REV+FLOW format today. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through the content. You're gonna hear a beautiful song, you're gonna see beautiful movements, and I encourage you to just try and allow that try to turn into your personal triumph. Okay, most of the movements are gonna be on the floor, on our knees, on our hands. I know that not everybody can get down on their hands and knees. I do want you to try. I'll offer some modifications in a tutorial at the end, but for now, let's just embrace what our body is able to do, putting on a mental attitude of I can do, these moves are good for my body, even if I just do one, it's better than none, so let's try together. We're going to be pushing up into a plank. Rising. Now a single arm rotation. We can build something. Keeping the hips parallel to the floor. Let the roots sink in. And then lowered with control. Pushing back up. Standing. Single arm rotation. In a brave new world. Now a page has turned. We're golden. Finally. Pushing back all the way to our knees. Rocking onto our toes or on our feet. Lifting all the way up. And the sky will sing what a back down. Single knee. Lean forward. A new day is dawning.
'Cause we're only at the start.
Pushing through the heels, keeping the chest lifted. One more time.
'Cause we're only at the start. A new day is dawning. Oh, a new day is just begun. I got hope here in my heart. And we're only at the start.
All right, I'm going to provide to you the tutorial for the song New Day, which is part of our REV+FLOW content that we provide through our REV+FLOW classes. You can find REV+FLOW classes right here via the Refit app, right here on our social media, but you can also find it in local instructors' classes, or if you don't have a class near you, you can actually become a REV+FLOW instructor. If that is part of your dream for 2025, we would love that. So let's talk through some of the options for this content, as well as the basic movements that you will find in this particular piece of choreography. First and foremost, it is a kneeling or laying position. Now, I know for some of us, even getting on the floor can be a challenge. This is a basic skill, being able to go from seated to kneeling to standing. And so, because we want you guys to be mobile in and every season, I encourage you to try a couple of reps on the floor. I know we have things like knee issues and wrist issues, shoulder issues, mobility within our hips, that doesn't improve if we don't try movements that give us the opportunity to see how our body responds. It doesn't mean that the entire content or the entire choreography needs to be done full out, but give your body the opportunity to try. That's what I want to encourage you with today. So for you, if it's just getting onto your knees and then somehow figuring out how to get back up, we're going to count that as a success. Others of you may want to try the full movement, and so let's talk through what those are. First and foremost, our chest and our feet are going to be extended into just a laying position. Chin is parallel with the mat. My palms are flat, and they are as close to the chest as possible. We're not out here. We're not extended out to the front. We want to be able to give ourselves a nice opportunity to lift and push away from the floor. So in one motion, we're going to take our fingertips and our wrists. My toes are dug into the back of the mat. I'm going to engage my core, and I'm going to use all of my might to push up and away from the floor. From here, I want you to pull that core in nice and tight. We're pushing through the shoulders, through the wrists. I'm going to take a single arm, and I want a full rotation and back to the starting position. To the best of your ability, I want you to keep those hips parallel to the ground. Then from there, I want you to control your body as you lower to the ground. And so what that looks like is we're controlling as we're releasing our body to the ground. I don't want you to flop down, okay? That is move number one. Move number two, I'm going to take my hands and push away from the floor. This time my hips are going to angle back onto my knees. Hips are going to angle back towards my ankles. And from here, you'll see that my toes are dug into the mat. I'm either going to go from this position to standing or rocking back onto my heels and pushing all the way through. That's an unassisted stand. If you need an option, you of course can go from this kneeling position, placing both hands and walking your way up to standing, okay? From there, our final movement, we're gonna be up on one knee. If you have some knee issues and you're noticing some discomfort into this base knee, you can take a sweatshirt or a towel, place it underneath you. You could even perhaps roll the mat up. I don't know that you exactly have enough time to do that within the song itself, but you're not on that knee for very long. And what we're looking for here is a weight shift. We definitely don't want to stay on top of that knee and overload that joint for too long. And so what we're looking for here is that this front leg, you've got a flat foot on the ground, and as you reach to extend your arms forward, you're actually shifting the weight that currently is stacked on top of this base leg, and you're shifting the weight forward so that the weight is lifted up and off of that knee and is over this front ankle as you reach. Coming back, we're gonna switch knees. You will wobble around, that's totally fine. Balance isn't always beautiful, but it's very important. Same thing happens, the weight is stacked shoulder, hip, knee. We're gonna transfer that weight forward to that front ankle, flat foot, and coming back, okay? So I'll show you a different angle this time, just so you can get a 360 view of what's happening. Lowering all the way to the ground. Again, flat palms by my chest, elbows are in, toes are dug into the mat. We're gonna push up, single arm rotation, hips are parallel to the ground, and then control and lower. From here, hips are gonna push back towards my ankles. I'm gonna walk my hands back, feet can rotate onto the floor all the way up. That is an ankle mobility opportunity. So if you need to go from here, assisted all the way up, you can do that as well. From here, 1 foot forward, shoulders, hips, and knees are stacked. Weight is gonna shift forward, bringing it back to neutral, switching out the knees. Again, weight transfers to the front, keeping those shoulders and your chest nice and high, chin is parallel to the floor. From here, dropping those feet, rocking back, lifting all the way up. Okay, I can't wait to see you try. For those of you who need a standing option, I'm gonna go ahead and provide that option to you now. We definitely want to include, not disclude you in this movement. So let's talk about your options. If you need a standing version, first and foremost, there's 2 options for that full body plank with a single arm rotation. You can either stay, I'm gonna show you from this side, bend at the waist, pulling your core in nice and tight, hinging at the waist, bending at the knees, palms will be flat on your knees to the front. We wanna engage the lower body, so the lower you can bend and stay in that position, the better. Weight is distributed through the heels all the way to the balls of your feet, and then just single arm rotation, okay? Another option would be for you to find a flat surface or a flat wall, and you can lean against it, and then the same thing, single arm rotation as you're allowing the wall to act as the floor. The next option for you guys is that unassisted stand. So since you've just been here, what I would encourage you to do is see if you can drop your hips a little lower, then come all the way up and back down. I do want to see your hips drop towards the ankles as low as they can go, and just keep practicing that movement over and over, down and down, up. If you can widen your stance just a little bit. See if you can drop those hips all the way down, pushing up, okay? The third and final move is when we bring a single leg to the front and we reach forward. So for you guys who need a standing option, I want the front leg in a front lunge. The back heel is lifted. Lean forward, back to neutral, step it back. Lean forward, neutral, and exchange. Forward, neutral, exchange. Let me show you from the side. You're gonna lean forward and exchange. Lean forward in exchange. I'm being a little careful because I don't have the mat. Don't want it to slip. There you go. Okay, so pick standing or seated. Do what you can. Give yourself some options. And I can't wait to see you turn your try into triumph.